GGT. One time. Yes, thank you so much for always liking and sharing, subscribing, telling everyone about what to do right here at Gusto TV.
You already know.
I've got Ife right in the building. It's been a long time.
I'm back with my mustache.
Ife is back with his mustache and everything. I
already know.
And of course, he's just right here, just like the first day of the year.
You know.
Yes, Olamide actually brought that line.
Baddo.
OJ, I'm gone. Olamide is here, just like the first day of the year. That one, ENI DURO. Now, Olamide as an artist, how would you rate his influence in 2020?
Well, 2020 has been a great year for Olamide. Like 2019 was quite silent. He was trying to, I would want to say, buy into the Yankee market with the 999 EP, but then it didn't really work out so well on rap thing, and so Baba just got come back to the streets.
But looking at the album, Carpe Diem album, he actually changed the sound as well.
Yeah. I was going to go there. He came back to the street, but then he didn't want to give us the Pawon kind of Olamide. He touched it up a bit, going to some amapiano, some Afro pop kind of sound. I'm on my way, like Olamide they sing, they give us voice. 2020 has been a really great year for Olamide, and I'll say it's been there.
Okay, like now Olamide is known for raising artists, apart from also giving us heat upon heat. I mean, when you talk about hits, Bobo to Duro Soke, to Eledami, to Melo to Lagos Boys, to Wo, to Science Student, I could go on and on. And Olamide will still have a lot of hits in his cabal.
Not to go to collaborations.
Show why. Do you understand? Now we have Adekunle Gold, we have Lighter, we also have Fireboy Demo, Lil Kesh. You know, yes, there's been a very recent there's a bitter spat between himself and of course Timi Owasa, the ex YBNL princess. But Olamide,
she's still YBNL princess.
Well, yes. Olamide as an artist rose from the street of Bariga, and everyone have said Olamide was that artist that made people to believe that truly you can make it from the streets.
Yeah, he said it in Triumphant.
Now, two songs that Olamide started out with that we can clearly and vividly remember is that one, ENI DURO. He changed his clothes 27 times. In that video. And of course,
there's the point I was watching video and I was sitting, I was counting 1, 2. Like he
got another, emerging upcoming artist at that time to appear on that one, Shan, that video alongside Starboy, Wizkid. Now, looking at these two songs, I was with Lala, on Gusto Reaction, some shows, back.
Man like
Lala. We're talking about
the giveaway man.
I was talking about Davido's Back When and Dami Duro. You get Wizkid, Holla at Your Boy, Tease Me and Don Dollar as well, but very crucial singles that helped shape their career. Now, looking at ENI DURO and of course Shan, how influential, how big, how major were these songs to forming that Olamide that we now know today?
Starting from ENI DURO, ENI DURO was like one solid jam that dropped that year. Like it was everywhere, radio stations, TV station, on the street, everybody was jamming ENI DURO. And then that was the time that Dagreen was up to, and then had issue, and then people were like, he's here to replace Dagreen, blah blah blah, he's copying Dagreen style and everything, and a lot of comparison. But then Olamide still stood out, and ENI DURO was that single that like brought him that Olamide is here to stay, and he's here like the first day of the year, and he's not going anywhere. And then Shan came featuring Wizkid, and that was the time that Wizkid was popping with Pakurumo, Dondol, Holla at Your Boy, and all of those, and we're like, okay, these two youngins coming together to give us that mad collaboration. And then I remember one snippet that I saw that Olamide said he don't wait tired for Wizkid to come do video shoots. The Wizkid see the delay him and everything, and these songs are like major songs that stamped his feet on the industry, in the music industry. Because after them, people were now looking for that. Okay, which is okay. After ENI DURO, people were like, okay, this is a jam. What's the follow up? And then Shan came. That was like his first collaboration. And then he murdered it. Like Olamide rapped, Wizkid sang, and it was top notch, was lit. So I would say that these songs were dope.
Now looking at ENI DURO, when Olamide when you the first time you heard that song, and the first time you watched the video, you know, did it give you a kind of conviction that Olamide was here to stay?
Yeah, it did. Because the video actually got me glued. Because at first when I saw it, I was like, okay, what's happening here? I had to take it back. I was not watching it from the beginning. I was trying to count. I think that clothing was intentional. Trying to want to make people to watch the video so that they can get to count the numbers of clothes he wore. Because I remember a lot of my friends were like, Olamide wore 27 clothes. So everybody was talking about that. That means everyone took time to watch the video. And in watching the video, you are listening to the song. So that already registered in the minds of people that this guy is good.
Okay, now we're looking at ENI DURO. ENI DURO as a song for Olamide starting out in his career was very pivotal in terms of the lines on that particular song. What was the most intriguing line for you? Because for me, I have one.
OG, I'm gone, ENI DURO. Olamide is here. Those will blow. You know my yard, they never appear. ENI DURO. I'm trying to catch.
Should I go first?
Yeah, go first. Maybe
okay. So I love that line when it says, "What does he want to go and do at MTN Project Fame?"
Oh yeah.
Let me say I don't be proud though. But in cutting your baleg bani, talika lo tinko. Basically meaning that he does not have to appear at any reality show because right now he's rejecting it right now because what you cannot reject or what you cannot accept, you know, when you are rich, don't accept when you are poor.
Exactly.
Oh, but you know they collect nonsense when you are rich, so don't collect when you are poor at all. And that line really stuck. And for me, it was one of the lines that actually propelled Olamide. You get, he already saw himself as a star.
Already.
Even at that time. Saying he can't go for any audition. He's a star already.
I'm not from the project. I got fame.
You get Kilimu Fellowship, MTN Project Fame and everything. So that line for me was a line that actually, you know, it was intriguing. It was motivational. It could motivate anybody to say, you know what, you can become what you want to be. You go.
Okay, I would pick those way blow in the blink of an eye. They disappear. The ones with be able, they try to make sound, but we don't hear. Like, that's, you know, like bro, like a lot of artists have been up and all of that. Like some now won't eat banger. They go blow like this, boah,
they disappear.
But then some would they try to
we try to make sound. We don't still hear them.
Like that is soft this, and that track, that line for me is like, okay, nothing go happen, nothing go shake me. Me, I be banger, I go blow and I go hear me. Like that's like.
Olamide on ENI DURO was a young boy trying to actually make things happen for himself, you know, in any way. Now he had ID Kabasa as his garden under Coded Tunes, and he also had that nicest former wife, Tony Payne, as his manager. Now these two were very instrumental to Olamide's success at that time. Now came Omotoshan. How well was Wizkid important to that particular song?
Wizkid at that time, Wizkid was a hot kid. Like was
hot kid.
Everywhere.
Hot.
Doctor, no. Wizkid was everywhere at that time. Like people were like, oh, who is this new boy? This boy is fresh, you know, fly, having the girls around, all of those time, and then having him on the song. This was like one major collaboration that happened in that year. Like one of the young boys collaborating together, and then Wizkid chorus, girl, you know you look so fine and I want you to be mine, Omotoshan. Like that verse, that line was sweet. Wizkid then he still has the melody now, but then the way he was singing them is different from how he sings now. Like you don't big Wizkid killed that song. Olamide's his rap was lit. Duro Omotoshan, and you baby. Like bro, no, the song is jam.
Now looking at Omotoshan and of course that one ENI DURO. When you listen to those two songs, when those two songs came out, and of course everyone already hidden Olamide as the young king, prince of the street and everything. What was your projection for Olamide at that time? Did you envisage that it was going to be this relevant even in 2020? That's like 9 years ago. Yes.
Yeah. It was 9 years ago. We were looking at then. You know, as young guys, we were more like, okay, the likes of them, Two Baba, them P Square, and all of those guys who were reigning at that time. But then we're more of want to roll with guys that like we could relate with so well. Like guys like, okay, he's on a bros, but then like he's still closer to our age range at that time. So it was more like, okay, as we are growing up, we're like growing up together with them musically, and they were advancing, which we are advancing. The music taste of music changes, all of those things changes. So back then, I felt I had an inch in my heart that Olamide would still be there till now, because it was good. It was good, and then again at that time, it was like the only one doing the Yoruba rap thing after that green issue happened, and then it was like Olamide was left, so he was alone on that throne for a while. So there was no competition for him, so he was comfortable and he was doing it, killing it.
Okay, ENI DURO and Omotosho and a couple of other songs. What song would you consider as the turning point of Olamide's career?
For me, it's ENI DURO. ENI DURO
really?
For me. ENI DURO for me.
His debut single.
ENI DURO for me.
You know, Davido back when, yes, was really good. But Damiduro, the second single, was that song that totally turned everything around.
For me, ENI DURO was that single that stamped him. No, ENI DURO was that single that introduced him.
Okay. That
yo, this guy is good. Then Omotosho came and like bam,
stamped everything.
Who stamped it? So no, legit.
Would Omotosho have blown without Wizkid?
Well, Omotosho without Wizkid, you know, as at then Olamide was not singing. It was more of the rap thing that he was doing. So I don't know. He needed a chorus, like he needed someone to probably voice on the chorus, so he could rap more on the verse of the song.
Lala will not agree with you on this. Lala is not going to agree.
Lala is not going to agree.
He's never going to agree.
But I've never said the song is not going to blow without Wizkid.
Yeah.
But then I just felt like he needed someone on the song
to amplify it more and everything. So ENI DURO introduced him. Omotosho totally sealed everything, and that became like the turnaround for Olamide's career. First of all,
go down. Hey, because now me sing ENI DURO at Omotosho. Like yo, man.
You have to remind it,
bro.
Anyways, 9 years after ENI DURO and Omotosho, Olamide Baddo himself has gone on to become a major international, star from Nigeria. I mean, we know him outside Nigeria as well as Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, Yemi Alade, and every other person.
And another thing for me is I'm still glad that the relationship they had back then with Olamide is still very
massive.
Till
now, there's Kana, there's
Confirm,
there's Totori.
So like I'm so happy. Like yo, it takes a lot.
I mean, shout out to Olamide. Olamide is a really good man. And of course, he has helped a lot of talent as far back as years ago. Adekunle Gold and the rest of them, and he's still giving us hit,
and then still doing background help.
Is there any
a lot of people are not even once you met a lot of artists like Olamide now. YC, a lot of artists will just come like Olamide give it to him.
A lot of artists,
like you don't even have to say everything he does.
Is there any year that goes by without an Olamide hit?
There's no year. Right from
shout out to Olamide and DDG on that particular
give us one.
Yes, so finally, Ife, between Omotosho and ENI DURO, which was your favorite at that time?
Well, Omotosho.
Well,
really? For the girls, man.
Okay, Omotosho, it is, is it for Ife? And of course, for me, I'm going to pick ENI DURO any day, anytime. Of course, we've already established the fact that ENI DURO actually introduced Omotosho, rubber stamp, everything, and that became the hallmark of the Olamide that we know as of today. Guys, what do you think about those particular those two singles? Where do you have any other song that you think actually propelled Olamide to the career that he has right now? Let us know what you think. Omotosho, ENI DURO. First of all, which exactly is this single? Which exactly is the song? How impactful were these singles on Olamide's career? How impactful were they to his journey to 2020 Infinity and the rest of them that we have right now? Thank you so much, guys. We would like to hear from you. Of course, please put your comment down below, and of course, continue to subscribe, share, tell your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. Don't forget, please continue to stay safe and God bless. Peace.